Hello ladies and gentlemen, I am PANCZASU and I welcome you back to the second part of my Dungeon of the Endless playthrough slash semi-tutorial. So far so good, flow free, and we've got 3 pretty good heroes, an okay stockpile of resources, and determination to kill everything we find in this room, unless it's another NPC or a merchant. Those are just monsters, we can kill them. Some zombies spawn as well. Zombies are scary at first sight because they do have this area effect damage if I remember correctly, but honestly they're kinda weak. So I'm going to open up with industry generator. Obviously I do want to have as much industry as possible, stockpile it for later game, and go ahead and continue exploring those doors. This will be my pocket of safety, and this will be where my major modules will stay in relative safety again, and I'll continue exploring in the other direction from the crystal. Alright, nice safe room again, and it's floor free, so I'm gonna go for it, another industry generator. And what I do like to do, it's a little thing I enjoy, is to on floor free and starting from floor free rather, and continuing onwards, I often go for triple industry generator. It is a fairly risky strategy, I admit, but I like it because if it does end up working out, then you are good to go, settled on industry for the rest of the game. Even if later on you have big problems with dust and whatnot, you can always create major modules, or rather minor modules, and these are the most important things you can ever imagine in late game. I'm talking about 3 last floors late game, where heroes, yeah, they're nice, but level 15s and they're gonna help you much in the end. You're gonna need some really good modules, and a lot of them. Alright, so triple industry module. It is going still to pay for itself, which is important, and I can go ahead and continue exploring in this direction. Hopefully get some more dust, but if I don't, it will be still okay. I did get some dust. I also found a stele. Mildly annoying, I mean, sure, speed bonus is nice. I could care less about the stele standing here though, because I would rather make a major module. So what I'm thinking is, depower this room, leave... I'm gonna leave the Broccolos hero over there, and I'm gonna go ahead and explore another room in there. I mean, I might also power this room, no reason not to. No reason to power either. And yes, there is another major module in here, very nice. Also a merchant, which is rather nice, and some more dust. Food. Now, I do need food to level up my heroes. Like, let's have a quick look. What does Makosuke have so far? Everything he needs, really. He can gain Pilfer later on and be an amazing door opener, but right now I'm using him as an operator, so I don't care about that too much. Lady, once she levels up, she eventually becomes the anti-version of Mitzi, so I'd rather keep on leveling up Mitzi because she can be quite beastly, even in late game, if she is alone. So, what do I want, and do I want anything? Lucky Rabbit's food is extra wit, but only 2 of it, and for 42 food, I wouldn't call that worthwhile. Football Whistle, Iron Fist, it buffs other heroes in your room, so it would pretty much cancel out Mitzi's current passive. Not quite, because it also buffs her hair. And I don't want to give it to Lady because she's got a frag grenade. Nah, I think this guy doesn't have anything I'm interested in. I could sell him my stuff, but just on the off chance I meet somebody who wields swords or machine guns, I'm not going to sell him anything just yet. He's gonna be safe in here, I can wait, I've got the time. So, what next? Obviously food. I could use some food, that would indeed be kinda nice. I also do need some science, I'm not gonna lie. But it's not really a pressing concern, and since I did find some extra dust, I might as well go ahead, open this door, and even more major modules. What a treat. Alright. Mitzi should be able to easily handle over those monsters. I'm gonna activate her ability to make it a bit faster. Didn't need to do that, but might as well. Now, as you can see, she can one-hit kill most of those weaklings. And this is pretty nice, because remember, she overkills a lot, but if she can kill somebody in one hit, well then, that is nice. Alright, I don't quite have enough industry for another major module, I need 4 more. That's a shame, but I can live with that, thankfully. And do I want to level her up? No, I want to save dust, I mean food, in case I meet another hero. Let's go ahead and keep on exploring. And there it is, OP bot. He is only level 1, which is a problem, because he costs a lot to recruit, and he's considered to be a god class of hero. So he also takes a lot of food to level up. So on level 1, we are on floor 3, so right now heroes can spawn who have already level 2 or level 3 even. So he's not theoretically and practically speaking entirely worth it, but I do need an operator. Still, even if I hire him right now, he would not be an operator. I'll need to level him up to level 3, and it takes him a while to get to level 3. But I don't think... Okay, for now, I will leave him in this room in case there's another hero in the room behind him. It is possible, alright? It can happen, it's just very unlikely. So I'm gonna leave you in him, because I don't want anybody to spawn in this room and kill a P-bot. And I'll go ahead and check what is beyond those doors. Alright, some more monsters. Alright, not a big problem. I could send Lady in here, but... Ooh. Yeah, I will send the Lady in here just because I want to kill this guy before he reaches the crystal. Nice, and now Mitsuki can handle the rest of the monsters by herself. I don't want the Lady to be in this room because, obviously, I do not want to lower the death probability from the monsters that she kills. It doesn't affect all monsters in the room, by the way, just in case you're wondering. It only affects the monsters that she attacks and or kills. So yeah, there is that little bit of trivia. It's scary to leave this guy alone. And what are the odds of me meeting yet another hero on this floor? I mean, surprisingly, they are kinda high. But I'm gonna get him. If anything, I can fire him for and regain 6 food. Oh, that's nothing. Whatever. But as you can see, oh, this is actually the bit of biography I unlocked by having this guy paired up with my sadomasochist militarist. You know, Ken Masaki, the one I was talking about. I do not still have my passive skill that I unlocked from this. I will need to have this guy again paired up with Ken Masaki to gain back the skill that I was given. It was a very nice skill that pretty much just flat out increased the stats of both heroes. Not very useful on our P-bot, but very useful on Ken Masaki. Also, I just realized I made a foolish mistake. I'm not sure why. I opened this door and this door, so now the waves can spawn from both of those rooms at the same time and swarm me. Not the smartest decision ever, but since I cannot operate with a P-bot for the time being anyway, I'll keep him in here and prevent any waves from spawning. Actually, I'll keep a P-bot in this center room because a P-bot can help him fight, and Lady, she could help him fight better, but I don't want her to. So let's go. Oh no, I forgot! I had industry for a major module. No. Alright, it happens, I guess. So let's go ahead and create one because I really do need a major module. And I could use another one as well, but the stele is still stealing away and being mildly annoying. And I'm using all the major module slots as of right now. So, do I have enough to level him up twice? No, I do not. So I might as well not even bother, just in case, I don't know, I get killed instantly by something or whatnot. So let's move this guy up ahead and keep on exploring, shall we? I do have a decent amount of science. I would love to find an artifact and start researching something. Sadly, right now it looks like it ain't gonna happen. Alright, let's activate the ability just to make things a little bit faster, because hey, why not? Mitsu is, of course, an absolute beast when she's got this ability active. It is very risky. You don't want to use it when you feel like you could lose her, but other than that, it is still a pretty nice ability. Alright, so this stele, seriously, you could just die and I would be grateful. I mean, I appreciate the speed, but I don't appreciate it that much. Anyway, let's level up OP-bot twice, and now he's got Operate. With 10 wit, he's a good operator. He's not the best. I mean, there are 3 operators I consider to be better than OP-bot. That's the Draken Hero, whoever his name is. I just played a multiplayer game, and I got this Draken Hero in it, and he was a beast. Let me put it this way, a really nice operator. And of course, Warden and Professor are both better than either OP-bot or the Draken Hero. Way better. Alrighty then. So what do I want to do? Well, continue exploring, I guess. There's a lot of monster spawning possibility from those rooms over there, so I think... Do I have any defensive modules? Neural Stun could be useful, I guess. So I'll make one, and if necessary, I'll make more Prisoner Prods. The reason why I'm making Neural Stun right away is because it takes much longer to construct than Prisoner Prods. Prisoner Prods I can make really quickly, even after the wave has spawned. However, if I were to do that with Neural Stun, it would take it a while to actually finish constructing, which is counterintuitive to what it's supposed to do. Alright then, another room and some bodies and no other spawns. I almost moved all my heroes, which would have been rather bad. So lady, please, you go away. I don't want you to lower my chance of getting extra dust. Which I think she did anyway, because she got the last hit on one of those creepers, which is a bit annoying, I have to admit. Still... the stele stands. Still, I'm not satisfied with it still standing. That's okay. It's been a really peaceful floor though. No wave spawning. Kensha! On level 3 nonetheless. Lady, I do like you a lot. You are a great girl. I do like you, but you and Mitzi, you don't go places. You just don't. You're... I mean, I'm sorry. I need to kill you. I need to execute you. I mean, you are a broken lord. You're kinda... I don't even know what you're doing with this food I'm giving you. You're not eating this, that I know for a fact. Somebody's stealing my dust and you're the most likely candidate. I cannot buy. Yeah, sorry. Man, I do feel guilty every time I do that. Anyway, I did it, so now it's the bad. I don't know what kind of voice that was supposed to be. Anyway, let's go ahead and power up all those rooms. Hire Hikensha because he's actually effing good. Hey, hi Hikensha, I said. Yeah, there we go, 32 dust, I mean food, that's pretty good because Hikensha is a beast. I can give him the Soul Taker and the Frag Grenade, and now he's got a whooping 65 DPS, which is much higher than Mitzi's. And he's one level lower as well, and he gets amazing abilities as you level him up. He can be an operator too. If I do put him as an operator, then it means I'm doing absolutely amazing, because usually you want Hikensha to be your slayer of things. Alright, 2 of those opened. I still am going to get a few more doors, so at least one more food replicator can be created. And I think I'm gonna even create a second one right away for even more dust. I mean food, not dust. Because right now, yes, of course, it's not very efficient when it comes to transferring industry into food, but that's why I have 3 industry generators. So I don't care about that too much. Alright, dear Hikensha, actually hold on a second. I have all the items I could possibly need. I could give Toothpick to OP-Bot. Will I ever use it though? Maybe, maybe not. I'll give it to him for the time being, just in case I do end up being in a panic mode and having to use it. But I know I'll never use the machine gun, so I'll just go ahead and move Hikensha backwards and sell the machine gun for extra food, just in case I need to heal. It's better to be safe than sorry. Of course, if there is a chance I might meet an amazing hero who uses machine guns, which would have to be the girl with missile rockets. Missile rockets? Yeah, the best kind of rockets. But even then, she would have to be on insane level for me to consider swapping her for any of my heroes. And honestly, even then I probably wouldn't do that. I have a really nice team. 2 good operators, a hero that can be both a good operator and a good slayer, and Mitzi, who is Mitzi. She's not the best, but she's Mitzi, so you want her. That's basically just the gist of it. Alright. Who's a better door opener? Neither of them are better door openers, honestly. I'm gonna leave him in the dark room because he likes it, and I'll open the door with her, I guess. That's my only reasoning. Alright, you know. Another powered room. I mean, a room that is about to be powered, so that's fine. I'll move you backwards, dear sir. And actually, you two can fight together because you're friends. You don't have anti-synergy. Yay! Yeah. I like, oh, hold on a second. Hold on, hold on. I forgot those guys actually kill major modules. I completely forgot about that. Can I stop them? Yes, I can. That was fairly close, though. Wow. I do not have repair on any of my heroes, so I need to be extra careful not to lose this food module. I completely forgot Necrodrons do attack major modules. Again, that's because I finished playing this super long multiplayer game yesterday, and I'm still in the mood for that, so I'm a bit confused. Alright, let's level up Hikensha a bit more, Hikensha, so he gets operate. Put him in the room where I can get both operate and defend from enemy mobs, so this is a really nice spot for him to be in. He's got a decent amount of wit. I mean, 6 is not high by any stretch of the imagination, but he's a really good frontline operator, if you can call him that, because he can operate. He's not the best, but he can, and at the same time he's really good at fighting, so he can defend, and also he gets a lot of nice passive abilities later down the line, so you want him. Also he gets sacrifice, so again, sacrifice pretty useful when you need to defend your boulders. Alrighty then. I do not want to create yet another major module. It is tempting, but I do want to conserve some of my Industry 4 later flaws, and it is very likely that there will be no more what's it called? Doors after this door. Maybe I'm wrong, but we'll see how it goes, I guess. Alright. Mitzi, seriously, you can handle everybody, right? Yes, you can. Easy peasy. Now, I am expecting Hikensha to handle this guy. Come on, there we go. So for the coughing, I'm still coughing for some reasons that I do not entirely understand. And that is not the last room, but one of the last rooms. It does have sciencey thingy, which is annoying because I really want it, and hold on, that is going to be a big wave. So I'm just gonna go ahead and go wild on the good old module. And create even one more module in this room just in case some weakling goes through me with very little health. I'm also going to activate Warface. It doesn't work extremely well in powered rooms, but even in unpowered rooms, it doesn't do much. It lowers one monster's attack power. Not a very big deal, in all honesty. Alright, so let's do that. Mitzi, you activate your ability, and this guy is gonna be dead. Hikensha is about to die, but he's still fine. But here's one tip I have for you. A very important tip. When you feel like your hero is about to die, but nah, I've got this, he's not gonna die, I don't need to heal him. Just heal him. I'll learn this the hard way. And I don't want to move him out of the room, although I'm considering it now. So let's move him a bit backwards so that he's ready to exit the room if I need him to exit the room. And I think he's gonna be fine. Yeah, alright. So this one heal, maybe I didn't need to use it, but seriously, I lost so many games because I was like, nah, I don't need to use this heal. When it's really not a very big deal to use a heal. Sure, it is kind of wasteful, but at the same time, you do want to use it. Alright, so let's just have a quick check what sciences do I have. I want Prisoner Opera 2, I want Science Creator 2. What are the odds that I'll find 3 more doors on this floor? I mean, I have 2 doors. There is a chance there will be another door behind this door. I'm not willing to risk Science Creator because it costs too much science, but Prisoner Opera 2, yeah, let's risk it. And open this door, and more doors. That was a good gamble. I could have gone with the Science Creator, but obviously, I think you can tell why I didn't want to risk it. I'm also happy I didn't make any more major modules. I mean, sure, they would have paid for themselves, but I'm still gonna have a decent stockpile of everything when I enter the next floor. It could have been better. Oh man, even more doors. Yeah, I should have created another major module. At least one more. It's okay though, let's open yet another door. I'm speeding through this floor. It's going so well, so very well. Got extra food, unlocked piece of broad, some monsters spawned. Not a very big deal, Hikensha can handle it with his Warface. It does recharge every second door open, so it is nice, but... Alright, if I stop operating this module, I only lose 3 food. So I do want Hikensha to run away, so I don't have to spend how much food? 5 food on healing him. So it's a better idea. Okay, now I'm gonna leave this room, and what I'm going to do is I'm gonna cycle back and forth between those rooms to back the AI pathing and make sure that Hikensha stays alive. Is it gamey? Yes, but you do what you need to win, right? I do not feel guilty for doing this whatsoever. As long as I keep cycling the hero back and forth, he's invincible, mostly. And besides, this series is mostly a playthrough, but also partially a tutorial, so things like this I feel like I should be teaching you. Is it a bit of an expert? Yes, but this game has no multiplayer, so it's fine, right? Anyway, the last door has been opened, so I got a bit of extra free stuff. Do I want to buy anything from the merchant? Not really. He could give me Iron Fist to somebody, I don't care about that. He's got other items too. Did he have a good sword? I don't remember. Let's check it real quick. Might as well, right? After that, I'll probably level up Hikensha so that Hikensha gets the extra science per door opened. He's got a gun and a Lucky Rabbit's foot. Lucky Rabbit's foot would be useful. I mean, 2-wit, as I said, is not a big deal, but at the same time, it is 2-wit. Yeah, I'm gonna give it to OP-bot. I feel like it's not it's not a waste. I'm willing to spend that. And let us level up Hikensha so he gets his extra science per 10. Actually, I could have done so earlier and gain more science this way. My mistake. Mistakes do happen. I'm willing to let I'm willing to let it slide, dear myself. Alright, let's depart those rooms, so it's gonna be an easy way towards the exit, like so. And everybody, go towards the exit, except for the fastest hero, who's probably Max O'Kane. If I were to hazard a guess, he's got 34 speed, also 34 speed. And yeah, it's gonna be either Max or OP-bot, who's got more life. OP-bot does, amusingly enough, who's got more defense. Max has way more because of the use Chichin. But if I de-equip it and give it to OP-bot, then OP-bot is gonna lose a bit of speed, but he is way harder to kill. So I'm gonna use him instead. Because, sure, you want your Crystal Carrier to be fast, but you also want your Crystal Carrier to be able to resist a lot of punishment. Because if your Crystal Carrier dies, you cannot pick up your Crystal back. You just lose the game, that's it. Alright. Thankfully, I do have a lot of major modules in this room, including Neurostone modules, so the monsters should not be able to catch up to me, and I'm also going to kill them as well with the Prisoner Prods, so it's fine. Prisoner Prods 2 are already fairly powerful, and as you level them up to level 4, they are pretty much godlike. I may be exaggerating it just slightly, but they're still very nice, if you know what I mean. Alright, let's just watch the carnage as Opibot is making his way towards the elevator. Some mobs are going to pass, but as you can see, this room is a death trap. And let's exit. Nice and clean, and it's only been 20 minutes. I think we can easily go ahead and record another floor. I shall have victory or death. Would you call down already? Oh yeah, it's the two people talking inside Mitzi. Are you talking to... Oh no. Please don't tell me they're gonna kill each other. No, sorry. I haven't seen us to interact before, but this is amusing already. Oh, okay, they're not gonna kill each other. Yay! At least I don't think they're gonna kill each other. Maybe it's gonna be nice. Alright, so let's have a quick look at what biography I'm about to unlock. Good, I didn't know that Mitzi interacts with Hikensha. That's, I guess, a reason to have a Mitzi plus Hikensha combination. What is it? What is it? Mitzi is involved in the story with honor with Hikensha, and that's it. I guess they don't have any common past, but they're going to create common future. I don't know what it means, but it sounded good enough, I guess, in my brain. Or head. I'm not sure if I have a brain. Alright, major module and a dead end. This is absolutely perfect. I do want to start with industry. Yes, I do need food quite badly, but it is floor 4. That was a really weird accent I was about to use there. Anyway, and I do as such want to gain a nice amount of industry still, because I'll be using a lot of it later down the line. And because, to be entirely quite frankly honest with you, there is one particular major module called Emergency Generator. It costs 100 industry to create. At least, it doesn't cost a flat amount of 100 industry. But compared to, like, I think it was, I don't remember, back then 45 industry for other major modules? I don't remember. It's very costly, that's where I'm getting at, alright? And I'm gonna need industry for that, because on later levels, very late levels, you gain basically no dust whatsoever. You start with no dust, and you gain no dust. You're gonna need emergency generators, and for those, you're gonna need industry. Alright, so what do I have? Yeah, I'm gladly going to gamble. And got a ton of food, that's very nice. Let's go ahead and create more industry, and Max is going to happily operate it. Let's make sure I do not have him selected, and keep exploring down south. That's a very nice defensible room, looks like. Yeah, it does have some minor modules, it does have a major module slot, so this is where Hikensha can stay. Very nice. So what I'm going to do is create yet no! I'm gonna create a food module, because this is where Hikensha will stay probably. And create another industry module in this room somewhere over there. Hopefully there will be a major module behind this door. Yes, indeed there is, so that was a nice decision by me, if I can say so myself. And this is a self-powered room as well. Very nice. Okay, industry module done. Open this door, another major module. Yes, indeed. Wow, I'm being so lucky with this run so far. No monsters too, another artifact. This feels amazing. Font, oh, that gives you extra speed and also makes monsters ignore you. So that's really good for a door opener. But it does lower her defense by 8. And I don't care if monsters ignore me all that much. So it's something I think I'm gonna sell. I'm gonna give it to... no. I mean, if I were to keep Maxoken as a door opener, who he is a good door opener, don't get me wrong, then it would be good on him. But I'm using him as an operator because I'm a greedy bastard. So I don't think I'm gonna do just that. Alright. Or people can get extra wit. I don't remember if odd numbers give you extra bonuses or if even numbers give you an extra bonuses. It has changed so many times, it's hard to say. I'm gonna take a risk and level him up. Okay, that didn't help. Next level, what does he gain? I think he gains something useless. I'm pretty sure he does. Alright. I'm gonna keep on leveling Hikensha then, I think. And actually, Mitzi. Mitzi is important. So, do I want to level her up right away? Yeah, why not? She gets the ability to be better against when alone, if I remember. Yeah, Danger Junkie, that's the same thing that sadomasochistic militarist has. A very nice ability, if you ask me. And if you don't, then why are you here to begin with? Alright, more food. I have tons of science, because I have 2 heroes that give me science every door, so I'll probably never even care about science production, if I have to be entirely honest with you. So let's go ahead and go back to this room. Do I want to create another Neurostone module in here? Not yet. In the future, I probably will. Right now, I don't care too much. Let's go ahead and open this door, see what is behind it. More dust. So far so good. I do want to kill this guy before he gets past me. No, he did. Oh wait, there's Max over there. Nice. Alright, so far so good. I don't need to create more major modules because there's plenty of room, plenty of space. And yeah, those guys are always confused with each other, which is hilarious. And this is a really safe area, which I'm really happy. Soul Taker is there. Do I not have a Soul Taker already? I do. I have a better one, in fact. So that's something that's good to know. So what do I want to do? I guess you can already guess. Oh, it's actually not a dead end. I'm just blind. Oops. Oops. In this case, let's open this door. Because if Necrodons spawn, which I don't think they spawn on this floor now. Yeah, I don't think Necrodons spawn on those floors, but I'm not gonna risk it. I'm gonna actually no, I'm almost positive they do not spawn anymore. Yeah, they don't. I can depower this room as a result, power this room, create another major module. Of course, it's gonna be food because I do love me some food, and keep opening the doors. And this module should remain safe for the entirety of the game. Because on this floor there should be no mobs that actually focus on major modules themselves. Alright, that's Troy on level 1. You kidding me? You're not even all that good. I mean, you're not bad, you're just a bit short. But you cost 34.5 food on floor 4 and you are level 1. Uncool. Alright, let's very slowly make my way towards this door. Open, see what is behind it. Hopefully something decent, and it is a merchant. Very nice indeed. Let's go ahead and talk to this bastard. Dehydrated water. I never got that. I seen it, but I had never got it. I don't actually remember what extenders does. I'm gonna buy it just to see what it does. Alright, let's have a quick look. Dehydrated water extenders. Put it on you. What is it? Oh, right. Okay, I remember now. Lowers the heal cost. Kind of worthless, if I had to be entirely honest, because it's gonna lower it by 10%, which probably means that for most heroes it's gonna not change at all until I reach like level 15s, and then it's gonna be lowered by 1. Pretty bad item. A really bad item. I'm gonna keep it, I guess, because selling it again to the same merchant would be kind of wasteful, and I'll give it to Max, so I do have it, I guess. It is a waste, though, I have to be honest. Well, experimentation is important. Tools belt is much better. It does give me repair and wit. And Hikasha doesn't have repair, does he? He's gonna need it, though. I think I'm gonna get it. Kitchen gloves, also nice, but I'm gonna get extra repair and wit because it's important. So, dear Hikasha, please go ahead and grab the tools belt. So that's nice. Now he's also a better operator, which is important. And the frag grenade is gonna go to nobody whatsoever because nobody really needs it. I could keep it, I could sell it. Right now I don't need to sell it because I don't need the science. I'm just gonna keep it on me in case I find a merchant who buys and sells for food, for example. Alright, so far so good. I think I'm good to go and enter another door. Open another door rather than enter it. Although I guess I'm entering through the door, so it almost made sense what I said. Still no monsters. This is insane. Okay, they did spawn, they're gonna kill Troy. Poor guy. Bulletproof vest, it does lower my speed, but increase my defense. Yeah, Troy is about to be dead. I think I'm gonna put it instead of a t-shirt. And oh, there are Necrodons. Oops. Well, that is good to know. And oh, there are also those annoying flying crystal duties. Yeah, those guys have an area of effect damage and they focus on minor modules. So they're extraordinarily annoying, if you don't mind me saying. Alright, so first things first. I do need speed on the door opener though. I'm thinking about that. And she has a ton of defense anyway. Yeah, I'm gonna go with a t-shirt on her and I'm gonna give bulletproof vest to Hikasha since he doesn't move anyway. Alright, so there's that. It's good to know that they do destroy major modules. So I'm gonna power this room. I'm not gonna recreate this major module just yet because I wouldn't be able to keep it alive. Now this major module is endangered, however. Alright, in this case, power that, so that this major module is at the very least still safe. And go ahead and keep exploring. Could I level up somebody? Yes, I could, but I like saving up my food because, I don't know, I played too much of late game recently. Alright, no spawns. Alright, let's have a quick think. Want to level up her? I kinda do, but I don't at the same time. Hikensha, I could level up, and I kinda want to do that as well. You get a useless ability if I remember, and he gets pilfered, doesn't he? Still not very useful. I'm thinking about leveling up Hikensha. Yeah, Hikensha gets nice when he gets on higher levels. And next level he gets sacrificed. Let's do it. Why not? I'll keep leveling him up to the maximum so that he can perfectly secure one particularly dangerous area of the dungeon. So I'll do just that. Hikensha's on level 7, which I'm really happy about. And another room. Let's power up this room so that nobody's can spawn in there. Let's go back a little bit. And in fact, I'm gonna create a Neurostone module, I think. And a few preserve rods as well. By a few, I mean all that I can. They are not very expensive. I'm making way more industry than necessary. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. Save Mitzi. Obviously, Hikensha needs a bit of saving too. Warface heal, I think. I do not want to move him out of this room. Actually, we have already concluded that it is worthwhile to move him out of the room, isn't it? Yes, it is. Odonaki's got more wit, so I'll check it again in the future. Right now, let's make the enemy monsters move. Oh, no. Alright, I will need to heal him up anyway, because I made a mistake right there. And oh, I cannot heal anymore. Alright. In this case, run. Just run. Who's got more life right now? And did anybody go past Max? No. Alright, so quick check. Who's got more life? Mitzi or Hikensha? Hikensha has slightly more. He's got also more defense. So, Mitzi, you go back even further. Hikensha, you... Oh, for crying out loud, they destroyed another major module. That's pretty annoying. You bastards. No, you bastard. I'm not gonna do that. Oh, for crying out loud. Really? Alright, that was okay. So things were quite poorly. I have no food whatsoever. That's why I need my food. Alrighty, alright. Let's not panic and let's just have a quick think about my situation. It is still not bad. Hikensha is at a very high level. He did get killed fairly quickly regardless of that though, which I'm not too happy about. I could recreate food module over here, or I could recreate it in a safer place, but I do want to benefit from Hikensha having the ability to actually operate. But this module is really endangered because it doesn't have a lot of life. There are those guys that have area effect damage in here as well. I do need more food, but I will recreate it in a safer place, I think. Can I create it anywhere else? No. I really need this food though. Alright, let's risk it. I have a ton of industry. I'll do it. Alright, let's have a quick think. I gain extra 5 food from operating this place, so it cost me 7 to heal, so it's still better to leave the room rather than waste food on heal. Alright, good to know. Now I know. Let's open the room. I wonder if there is some science thinking. No, it's a stele. Good to know. What kind of stele is that? Auto repair, so that's good to know. I didn't need to pause it right there. And I'll go ahead and activate Mitsu's ability. Hikensha is ready to escape if necessary. Activating Mitsu's ability is a little bit risky, I admit, but I think she is still gonna be fine. I do have a decent amount of damage being dealt to all the monsters in this room. Hikensha, you be ready to exit. Now you can stay. Can you? Yeah, I think there are only area effect damage mobs left in this room who do not deal that much damage to heroes, so it's fine. Thankfully, this stele is actually super useful because those guys that deal area effect damage, the biggest annoyance that is related to them is the fact that, well, they can destroy your modules before you can repair them. So this makes your modules pretty much indestructible. I guess those guys... Sorry, because they don't have a lot of damage. Alrighty then. Man, I'm really sorry for the coughing. Apparently I'm still sick. Pretty annoying, isn't it? Alright, let's go ahead and open this door. And I'm ready to depower and unpower and repower some rooms if necessary and create modules inside of them. So let's do it like so. Mobs did spawn, which is mildly annoying, so what I'm going to do is power those 2 rooms. And I'm gonna create some prison prods. Because prison prods cheap and they're effective and they're gonna make those monsters a little bit weaker when they go ahead and try to kill Hikensha. Alright, do I want to activate Sacrifice? No, because Hikensha is still gonna take a ton of damage regardless. Sacrifice is not really good until then. Now, the good thing is, those guys will be delayed before they enter this room. Sure, they will destroy my preserve prods, but it will space out the mobs a little bit more, which is very important, because this means that my heroes are perfectly safe from whatever comes into this room. Of course, I did per se waste 12 industry, but quite frankly, I consider this to be a fairly worthwhile deal. Alright, this side is now perfectly safe and nothing can spawn in here. I've opened 15 doors so far. A few more are going to be openable, for certain, so I can go ahead and create some more major modules in here. And I will do just that. Food module, food module. I have no industry whatsoever right now, but I do need to generate more food because I kinda almost hit the bottom right there. Alright, this room is a little bit scary and I have no industry left, right. Still, Mitzi should be able to handle a singular wave without anybody's help. And there's not even a wave over here, that's nice. Alright, so what did she get? A prison uniform. Fairly worthless. Is there anybody I could equip it on? Yes, there is, but I think I'm gonna sell it for science to the merchant as I exit this floor. So let's go ahead and open another door. I'm tempted to depower one of those rooms, but then the monsters could destroy this module. I don't want this to happen. So let's go ahead and open. And of course, this is the last door. It's a very small floor for all things considered. And of course, there is the science that I've been looking for so very long. That's very annoying. Very annoying, because I really needed the science. Oh well. Hikansha, how are you doing? Oh, firstly, Mitzi, how are you doing? Because there are baddies that spawned over there. Alright, do I want to create some prison prods in here? Let's have a quick look. Doesn't look like it's entirely necessary, no. So far, so... Ooh. You know what? I'll create one in here just to slow this guy down. And to damage the enemy as well, a little bit. Alright, so this guy will be slowed down. Actually, that wasn't worth it. It was just a single shot. Yurisa, how are you doing? Ooh, hold on. This guy's gonna go past. And he's gonna get to the crystal. Alright. You get all the way to the crystal. I can lose this module, it's fine. Let's make 2 prison prods over here. You go back over there. Kansha, you run for that Scar of Honor. Okay, if you want to call it that. I have to heal and don't die. Yeah, I cannot risk it. Heals for the wins. Alright. Stella is dead. Now it's not dead, so it's still fine. Crystal is being attacked. It's fine, however. You activate and save the crystal. And those guys are going fast. Max has quite a lot of things to do and on his hands right now. So, verbal abuse, go ahead and do just that. Those guys are in here. Let's make sure that they keep cycling between the doors. And it should be fine. Alright, situation is under control. This was the last door, so I'm not particularly worried about any modules that I lost. Again, I'm sorry for the coughing. If I could do something about it, trust me, I would have, because, you know, coughing ain't exactly the most pleasurable experience ever. So, I think we're safe. Let's go ahead and have a quick chit-chat with the merchant. In fact, before I do that, let's have a quick look and see if I want to sell any of the useless items. Prison uniform, don't need. Dehydrated water, I do kinda need. Maybe on the later floor, so I'll keep it. Use Chichen. Will I use it? I mean, he's the crystal carrier, so I guess I will. You know what? This dehydrated water. It might be useful on later floors. I don't believe it will be, but it might, so I'm gonna skip it. Alright, so I'm gonna sell everything else I have, because who knows when will be the next time I meet the merchant and I might need this science. So sell. It's a nice ability, but sell as well. I've got a ton of science. I'll never ever need a science module. I do need to be able to reset things this game, but other than that, I'm good. Alright, so I'll go ahead and pick up the crystal. I could grab this dust, but who cares about this dust? It would, of course, mean nothing. Alright. I'm gonna pick up this crystal, and because there are plenty of defense modules all around the floor, I will be perfectly fine and safe carrying it all the way to the exit. I've got a lot of science, okay amount of food, and a lot of industry. Not a lot of industry, actually, not as much as I would like. I didn't play it optimally, unfortunately, this floor, but it's gonna be better on the next floor, I believe. And I've got a nice selection of heroes, so I'm not gonna complain. He can show level of 7? Yeah, that's pretty nice. Okay. Alright, let's have a quick chat. I'm not gonna read out loud this conversation because I don't wanna. Alright, who's the other? But it's so hard not to say it out loud, isn't it? Alright. Alright, that's good to know. I see what you did there. I wish I had one of those. They're an adorable couple. They could be a couple, couldn't they? Actually, yeah, they could be, why not? Alright, and it would be a bit awkward because it would be a trisexual couple if I think about it too much, but who cares, really? Alright then. So, ladies and gentlemen, it was PANCZASU, also known as the Mighty Mix Spammer. I believe we've seen enough. This videocast has been long as well. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you online.